Of the hamstring muscles or back of thigh, we have reflect the skin, superficial fascia and deep fascia. The characteristic of the hamstring muscles, which we have reflect the gluteus maximus, and you can see here this is the ischial tuberosity. The characteristic of the hamstring, it arises from the ischial tuberosity and it is inserted beyond to the knee joints. So this one is the semitendinosus and long head of biceps have a common origin, which is arise from the intromedial impressions. Here you can see this is the ischial tuberosity divided into the two parts, superior part and inferior part. Superior part again divided by the oblique ridge. So inferior medial part of the upper part, it gives the origin of the semitendinosus and long head of biceps, and superolaterally this part it gives the origin of the semimembranosus, and the below to the transverse ridge on the lateral aspect, this gives the origin of the adductor magnus muscles, and here there is a bursa, it is called the ischial bursa. So all the muscles hamstring which is arise from the ischial tuberosity and it is inserted beyond to the knee joints. So semimembranosus, semitendinosus, long head of biceps and hamstring part of adductor magnus are the hamstring muscles. Short head of biceps, which is not included inside the hamstring because it is arise from the femur. Here you can see this is the short head of biceps and this is the long head of the biceps. So short head of biceps, which is not included inside the hamstring, which is arise from the linea aspera between the adductor magnus and vastus lateralis. Laterally vastus lateralis and medially adductor magnus. In between there is a origin of the short head of biceps, which is arise from the linea aspera. Here you can see this is the origin of the short head of biceps. So long head and short head of biceps together, both are which is inserted on the apex head of the fibula in front of the styloid process. It gives the insertion of the in front of the styloid process, it gives the insertion of the biceps muscles. So short and long head which is inserted on the head of the fibula. Another muscles, this is the semitendinosus, which is arise from the infromedial aspect of the upper part of the ischial tuberosity, and it is inserted semitendinosus, which is goes forward and it is inserted on the medial surface of the upper part of the tibia on the posterior aspect, anteriorly by the sartorius. Between there is a gracilian and most posteriorly there is a semitendinosus which is inserted. So semitendinosus, which is arise from the infromedial part of the upper part of the ischial tuberosity, and it is inserted on the tibia on the medial aspect, infromedial on the tibia upper surface, medial surface of the tibia upper part, it gives the insertion of the semitendinosus. The semimembranosus, it is the bulky muscles. This is the on the medial aspect, semimembranosus and semitendinosus, while the lateral aspects there is a biceps, long head and short head. So semimembranosus, which is arise from the superolateral part of the ischial tuberosity, and it is inserted on the tibia, on the groove, on the posterior aspect of the tibia. This is the insertion of the semimembranosus muscles. So these are the hamstring muscles, and here you can see this is the long head of biceps, which is this is the sciatic nerve. It is given by the tibial part of the sciatic nerve. It supplies to the all the hamstring which is supplied by the, this is the nerve to biceps femoris. But here you can see this is the nerve which is goes to the short head of biceps femoris, which is arise from the common peroneal nerve. So all the hamstring which is supplied by the tibial part of sciatic nerve, but this is the short head of biceps which is supplied by the branch from the common peroneal. It supplies to the short head of biceps femoris. So here you can see In between this hamstring there is a sciatic nerve, and into the junction of the upper 2/3 and lower 1/3, it divide into the tibial, and this is the common peroneal nerve. So this is the crural fascia or fascia of the leg. Here you can see this is the short saphenous vein, and this short saphenous vein which is open inside the popliteal vein. This is the popliteal vein. So most superficial structure inside the popliteal fossa, it is the tibial nerve, and then there is a popliteal vein, and deepest structure it is the popliteal artery. And here you can see, along with the short saphenous vein, you can see this is after reflecting the deep fascia, this is the common peroneal nerve, and it gives the branches. It is a sural communicating branch. This is the sural communicating branch. Here you can see this is a sural communicating branch, and it is united with the sural nerve. So this is the sural nerve which is coming from the tibial nerve, and sural communicating which is coming from the common peroneal, and both are united, and it gives the cutaneous distribution on the back of the leg. So this is about to the hamstring muscles, and discussion of the origin and insertion of the hamstring. And the hamstring, it includes the long head of biceps, semitendinosus, semimembranosus, and semitendinosus and membranosus lies on the medial aspect, biceps lies on the lateral aspect. In between there is a sciatic nerve which is passes, and except short head of biceps which is not included inside the hamstring, all the hamstring which is supplied by the tibial part of the sciatic nerve. Here you can see this is the branch of the tibial nerve, and this is the branch to the short head of biceps from the common peroneal, and these are the branches coming from the tibial part of the sciatic nerve. So this is about to the hamstring muscles.